For Asgard, first time I seen the 2017 Power Rangers movie was back in 2017, and the second time was just in 2023. The first time I watched it, I thought it was a decent, good movie for what it is. It wasn't spectacular, but for Power Ranger standards, it was one of the best reincarnations or variants of the Power Rangers. It took itself seriously. It wasn't too corny. It was, it had that mature. It was like it was meant for I guess teenagers more than little children, and I thought it was uh, overall a good film for what it is. I mean, I think there's variants of good. Um, this is a good film for its tier. This is like a tier, one being the biggest tier. This is like a tier four movie, and I felt like it was good for that tier. But on second watch, it was still good. But I think the parts that really killed the movie, um, back in the day, like I couldn't understand like what was wrong with this movie. I just didn't understand why this movie didn't get a sequel. But now looking back at it now, 6 years later, um, I think the problem for this movie was Rita and the Megazords and the Megazord battle and Goldor. I think that those are the main problems. Rita was way corny in this compared to the Rangers. She was way corny. She was trying to be corny, I think, and it just didn't work. The Megazords looked ugly. It just didn't look good. I don't know who came up with these designs and who said these designs are good. It was horrible. They don't look they didn't look good at all. These Zords would be good for something else, but for Power Rangers, it didn't look good. The Megazord battle just didn't really care for. It was too slow, nothing spectacular. Um, Usually that's what we go for at Power Rangers, for the Megazords and for the battles. It wasn't really This movie wasn't really about the battles. It was more about developing the Rangers as characters, which is good because we got a variety of characters and all of them except for I'll say Billy. Actually, all of them were a little bit depressed or angry, but nevertheless, good movie. The Power Rangers, the five, they work. What's the robot's name now? Oh my god, Alpha. Sorry, oh my god, Alpha. Nah, didn't really work for me. Zordon was alright. The backstory was okay. It was alright. Um, the Power Rangers, getting the five teens get becoming Power Rangers, it worked. Um, but I would say the fighting sequence, there was not much of it. The fighting sequence, the Zords, the Zord battles, I think is what really hurt this film. I think if there was a second one, maybe they would have done more justice. They would have done more battles and with that. But how would you be able to fix the Zords so fast? It's hard. You can't. Again, those Zords are ugly. They were ugly, 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 ugly. Um, they're not memorable. Like no one remembers them. No one ever says, "Hey, these Zords are cool." They don't look cool at all. They're just not good. They may look cool for something else. You might say, "Hey, these looks kind of cool for this show or for this movie," but for Power Rangers, it just didn't work. Overall, my initial rating was a 7. I'll still keep it as a 7. One reason why I get to 7, I think, compared to other Power Rangers variants, reincarnations, um, they developed the five really, really well. Like we know their backstory, we know what they're getting into, you know who they are. The other one is just they're all happy, but I don't know, you know what I mean. But anyways, that's it for Asgard.